I was going like, hey, JD, say something. I'm here in the call. And you weren't saying anything.
Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything and everything that comes out of the crapshoot. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host.
It was just my imagination.
James. I call him James, and everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that.
No, it doesn't.
I am. Well, first of all, a lot of things have happened this week.
What happened this week?
I am a little sick, but I can explain. You know, I don't get sick very often, but this is one of the times I am. It's not horrible. I just have like a little cough, a little bit of a stuffy nose. You know, outside of that, everything else is, you know, just fine. But I didn't tell you why why I'm sick when we went to go do that thing that we did for this week's crapshoot.
What did we do for this week's crapshoot?
Well, we watched a movie.
What?
Yeah, but before that, I said I was going to tell you it on the shoot, so this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In one of my classes, one of my lectures, I think it was like a week ago. A week ago, I walked in, I sat in the front row because I'm a good student and I want to see what's happening on the board in the screen. Mm-hmm. And so my professor walks in. He's like this 60-year-old Hispanic guy-ish. He's old. I don't know how old he is. He looks 60. He walks in and he starts like coughing a lot and like hacking a bunch. And he's also one of those guys who just doesn't cover his mouth, doesn't even make an effort to try and like cover his cough or like aim it away from people. So I'm sitting in the front row and he's coughing in my face like this whole lecture, right?
Yeah.
And so halfway through the lecture, he turns, he's like in the middle of his coughing fit, and like a particularly bad one in my face. And then he goes, sorry guys, I have pneumonia. So
oh my God.
Yeah, he said, sorry for the cough, guys. I have pneumonia. So that's why I've been coughing. And, you know, I just hit him with that Kurt Angle stare as I was sitting in the front seat, like staring at him. I was just like, eyebrows raised. Okay. So yeah,
that's just so fun.
It's good that he told me that.
Yeah, sorry guys, I got ammonia.
Yeah, it's good. It's good that he told me that halfway through the lecture instead of like right at the beginning of it, so I could, you know, move like a few seats back just so it wasn't like in my face.
Yeah, no, that was really nice of him to wait.
You know, I get it. I get why he doesn't want to just stay home.
He really gave you that time to brace yourself.
Yeah, I get why he doesn't just want to stay home when he's sick instead of doing the lecture, but at least make an effort to cover it. You know, it does go a long way when you cough into your shoulder or into like a rag or something that you bring along with your handkerchief. That actually does help. You know, instead of just letting it rip. You know,
no, that doesn't help at all. Actually,
letting it rip into my face is that's just all right.
That's just what you do, Yugi.
Yeah. So and then after that, I got sick. I was like, I mean, I could kind of guess why I got sick. But it wasn't nearly as bad as him, mostly because, you know, I'm younger, healthier, stronger, smarter, but
I am better.
I am getting a little bit better. But yeah, it's still there a little bit.
You still got a ways to go.
Yeah. But we watched a movie and yeah, it was Pregnant Man Emoji Eyes, the movie. It was a slasher. I mean, it's like a slasher film on Valentine's Day.
Because, you know, in the story is that the pregnant eyes emoji. I mean, the pregnant
man emoji eyes. Yeah.
The pregnant man emoji eyes killer.
Yeah.
He really hates pregnant women because, you know, he's a pregnant emoji eye man.
Yeah, because he's a pregnant man enthusiast. So what he does is he goes around on Valentine's Day and he kills couples, but also not couples. He just kills whoever who's in his way.
He aims to kill couples, but then he's like, "Hey, are you in front of me?"
He kind of just kills whoever's around them too. So yeah,
he's a little scamp.
But I tell you something, James, he does live to his code of honor. He doesn't kill pregnant men. So boom.
I was really surprised.
He didn't kill a single one during the movie.
When he came across a pregnant man and he looked at them and he was like, huh.
He looked at them and he kind of like grabbed his mouth. He had some blood in his hand and he's wiped it across his mouth mask.
And
Yeah,
then he
that was
turns to
that was
the
that part.
pregnant man's non-pregnant husband and drive the machete right into his groin before then cutting his head
I
off.
was disappointed. Not because the movie was bad or
I
anything.
was about to ask, like, were you disappointed?
I was disappointed in the fact that we didn't watch Captain America because I'm a huge
Oh,
Marvel guy.
hmm.
I watch Marvel movies all the time. I'm like I've my closet's filled with Marvel merch. So
Yeah.
when I got the call from James and he's like, "Hey, let's go watch a movie," I'm like, "Oh, this must be Captain America. What other movie would we watch?" And then we watched this movie,
And
and
you then did a Kurt
it's
Angle stare at me as I looked at you and I went,
it
yeah.
was not like a terrible movie, but it felt kind of like a B-rated movie. I mean, it wasn't a big movie.
I told you it was made by a College Humor guy, right?
Yeah, you told me was it just fully made by him or was it just directed?
Directed and written by, to be
Okay.
specific about it, you know.
Yeah, I mean he was there. Yeah.
He was in the room.
I mean, it feels like one of those movies just definitely not made for me for a lot of it. I was
I
there
gr-
for the slashing parts, like the killing parts. I thought they were pretty good actually. You
I
know,
was surprised by how much I was laughing at it. It's like I knew I liked the guy's comedy already, but then like, he kept giving moments where I was like, "Oh, that's good.
I was laughing.
I like that."
I was laughing mostly at the killing parts. I thought the killing parts were doing pretty good. Had some funny stuff
Yeah, they
happening
were
there.
really good and pretty comedic, I'd say.
Yeah. Other than that, though, I thought I was fighting the urge to fall asleep for the rest of the movie.
There were
Um,
several moments where I looked over at you and you were just like kind of like genuinely Kurt Angle staring. You were doing a me. You were staring at the screen kind of a bit like,
because the thing is, this
okay, and
movie is it's a Valentine's Day movie
mm-hmm.
for couples, and it's aimed at like it's like it feels like it's aimed
Hey
at
JD,
women.
this ain't gonna help the allegations.
You're right. I think it's gonna aim at it was aimed at women mostly because like there's a lot of characters in here who have that like what was it stereotypical like white woman attitude. Like a lot of characters have that.
Almost almost every female character.
Almost every single one of
I
them.
think
Even
there's
Jay's got like some.
I think there's
He almost acts like that too.
I think there's only one non-white woman. She's actually not really even in the movie. The best
No,
friend.
yeah, her best friend. Yeah, she has that funny like they did it on purpose, but she has like that funny was it sassy girlfriend kind of
Hmm.
feel. But yeah, that is just not my kind of movie. You know, I don't find those kinds of characters super interesting or funny. And I didn't like any of the characters pretty much. I thought they were all kind of boring, kind of not very cool. There's two main characters pretty much. It's the main female lead and the main male lead. And the main female lead is like she's like a girl recovering from a breakup, a recent breakup, and she's still hung up about it. And then the male lead is this super he's like the nice guy. He's the super nice guy, but he's also a simp and a beta cuck. So, I didn't like either of them. So a movie can only go so far when you don't like the characters. And the main killer is a dude who wears a pregnant man emoji mask. And by that I mean it's like just like a standard horror mask, but the eyes are just shaped like pregnant men emojis. Not mirrored. They're just both pointed the same direction.
There, one's actually really off center, and once you realize it, it makes it really troubling to look at.
Really?
Yeah.
Um,
No, Jade, I'm just joking.
I was like
I'm
looking back
joking.
at the.
I'm getting at you. I'm fucking with you. It's a bit.
Sorry, I just that kind of joke was like a lot of the jokes in the movie. You know, it's just
Yeah, and I gave that
it's like
delivery a lot
slightly
like
off
the actors
center
in the
and
movie
stuff
would.
because it'll really get on your nerves, and they'll be like, oh really? No, it was a joke, man. Come on, laugh
Yeah,
at that.
you just need a
What?
sense of humor.
And some yeah, that was my reaction to a lot of the jokes. I just go, what? like genuine confusion. Like, what?
And
That
I
was supposed to
turned
be,
to you,
was
mouth
that supposed to be
agape.
funny? I didn't get it. But there was a really good moment in the movie that wasn't the slasher part. The only moment that I was like, that I like, it brought me to chuckle a bit. So the main female lead, I forgot their names. I only know Jay, who's the main
Jay,
male
oh
lead.
yeah, what is her
I
name?
just remember I just remember his name. I don't remember
Hey,
her
isn't it kind
name.
of fucked that we don't remember the girl's name, but we
No,
remember
it's not fucked
Jay's?
because she's terrible. Not a great. Well, I mean, they're really good actors. I have to say that all the actors in the movie are actually
They're
pretty
really good,
good,
yeah.
but the script is just not great. Maybe that was on
Oh, I thought the
purpose,
script was pretty good.
or I guess the dialogue. The dialogue isn't great. So
Um,
whoever the main girl is, she goes on like this business dinner date with Jay, and Jay walks
Allie,
in. Ellie, was it Ellie?
Allie,
Allie?
Ali, A
No, I
L
don't
Y.
think it was that. That sounds.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, did you just Google it? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm looking at the cat. That's why I'm like, it's something. Macabre, Ali Macabre. Oh, it was Olivia Holt. Wow, I did not recognize her this whole time. I feel kind of
I still
ashamed.
don't. Still don't.
You were here like, hey, I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, so Jay walks in and then he's like trying to probe. He's like trying to like chair therapist.
Whoa.
Chair therapist, the main female lead. He's like, and he nails it pretty much. He's like, yeah, you're going through a tough breakup. You're still hung up about it. And then she just like goes off on Jay. She's like, you are a beta cuck. You are, you're horrible. She gets racist too. She's like, you're black. You're,
She starts saying slurs. It
yeah,
came
she
really
starts
out of nowhere.
dropping
It was a really left field
hard ERs
kind
at the
of moment.
table. She like stares at it like unblinking, looks at him in the face, drops the hard ER, says, you know, you got mommy issues, you have daddy issues. I know your dad left you when you were a kid. This is just a work dinner. You're terrible. You're fat. You're ugly. And then he just goes and
He was like that.
he sits back and he just takes it. He's like, okay. And then so he like gets up to leave and he's like, oh, I can't handle this. I gotta get out of there, which I don't blame him, you know. If someone's dissing you
Yeah.
like that, there's just no comeback. You just have to get out of there. There is no comeback.
It,
You're done.
it really reminded me of that one fucking that one lady, she's like, oh, you're nobody. You're never gonna be anybody. I want James Brown on the stage. That like that
I
little
don't know who that is,
I don't.
but maybe
No,
somebody
she's
will
like,
know.
I walked Bob Dylan on the stage. You don't know that. She was like screaming at some guy playing trumpet in public, and it became a meme just because like how crazy she came off for like screaming at this dude playing trumpet. And she's like this really small like squat person that's got like this weirdly high pitched and kind of like odd voice. So it became a thing of like, oh, this is a little like kind of weird for you to have this kind of reaction to him.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people like that just they have to exist in the goofiest state possible.
Yeah,
You're not
like
going to get like a
you.
normal looking person go up there and just drop like that crazy tangent, like crash out like that. You have to have
I
like
don't
a
know.
gremlin
I could
looking
do it.
dude or like an alternate or or something like that.
I don't know. I think I could deliver it.
Cauldron stirring witch, you know, you got to have someone look like
You
that
know what? That's
to
actually
crash
a
out.
really good way to describe them. That's actually a really good way to
They have to
describe
look
them.
like that in order
Is
to crash out like
cauldron
that.
stirring witch.
You think someone like Jay is gonna walk up to a dude blowing a trumpet in public and just crash out on him? No,
No, no,
no.
no. Jay's really respectable, actually.
It has to be Allie. It has to be someone
It
like Allie.
has to be.
Yeah, but you know, that was a funny moment. So, you know, Jay does admit to it though. He admits to being like that kind of dude.
Yeah.
I think my favorite character in the movie was probably the detective, the dude detective.
Oh, Devon Sawa.
Yeah, because he acts a little bit like my dad actually. Like an exaggerated version of him. An exaggerated version of part of him where he's like red pilled the detective.
Oh
So
no.
like he goes in there and he's just like
You're
and
not
so
wrong,
he's
but
like when he's hitting on his detective partner.
coworker.
Yeah, the
Oh, yeah,
coworker,
partner.
his partner in crime. They call them partners when they're two detectives. It's the girl
I mean, we're
detective.
partners.
I don't remember her
JD.
name. And then he goes, yeah, you know, you need to
They're
stop.
the
You need to
Hobbs and
stop
Shaw,
going.
JD. You don't remember Hobbs and Shaw? like the
I
Vin
didn't
Diesel
actually
and
remember that
Jason
until you said it.
Statham movie.
I didn't remember that until you said it. So Hobbs and Shaw, Hobbs, yeah, you should stop trying to date like these beta dudes. You need a real man. And then he does like this slither move that like where he gets up like right into her face, into her personal space. And then he just like he's like trying to like stare down at her, but they're like nearly the same height, so it doesn't really work. Yeah, anyway, he's hilarious.
Kevin
It's a
Sawa's
shame that he
great.
dies.
It is a shame. He's
Spoilers, by the
really
way.
good in the Chucky TV show because he does like a lot of multiple parts.
Yeah.
They brought him on to do like I think he plays a new character every season. So he's in it a lot, but it's really they do a good job at like not making it feel like he's the same person, even though it's like the same actor.
Yeah.
I think I didn't even realize this till I rewatched it, but the first season he literally plays twins, and I did not know that they were supposed to be twins.
Oh.
It's more obvious in
So
retrospect
this
when I
is one
realized
of
that they
those
are
things
both
you do
Devon
where he's
Sawa.
like, oh yeah, he's a great actor in other things.
You
It's
agreed
just-
that he was a good actor. You agreed.
I did agree. Yeah.
You did agree. You did agree.
I thought he was pretty good.
I'm not complaining about the acting. I'm not complaining.
I
about
didn't think any of the actors in the movie were really bad, except for my second favorite character, who was just I think they just pulled like a random teenager off the street or something. And it was during the beginning where they're interviewing, it was like a news station interviewing like this couple, and there was a teenage dude, and he was supposed to be like this really dumb guy, I guess. So he's like, yeah, no, I'm like low key. I'm not afraid of this killer thing. You know, I'm just chilling in my pad.
that. That was so.
Oh no, he's like, I could take him. Yeah, I could take this guy low key. And then his girlfriend is like, no, you can't. You're just a skinny bitch. And then he just goes,
No,
I forgot what he says.
She says, no, she says, no, you can't. And she's like, Derek, you're afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
And he says the most like not answer thing ever. Just, no, I didn't.
Yeah. That part was really funny.
Just the no, I didn't.
Yeah, and
the
funny thing
who are you
was
talking
that
to?
dude had the same expression on his face the whole time, which is just like a half-eyed open smile.
You see him
he's
like
high
get a
or
little
something.
like distant when she like calls him out, and then it's just like
He's
he
like-
clicks
he's
back
like,
in.
No, you can't, Dylan. You're afraid of the dark. No, I didn't.
So
That's just gonna
good.
be my
So
response now to any question you ask me. Like, JD, did you
Hey.
commit that hate crime? No.
No, see, no, I didn't would work in that
Yeah,
sense.
that
It'd
would
be more
work
like,
there.
hey, JD, you want anything from Wendy's? No, I didn't. What?
It has to be like accusatory, you know. It has to be like a JD. You don't like black people, do you? And then I go, no, I didn't.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah, you're right.
that would make more.
that might be it.
That would be more of it. But yeah, so that guy was pretty funny. There was a couple twists and turns in the movie, but I pretty much guessed it. The biggest, well, by the way, spoilers. The biggest plot twist turn is that I'm the killer, James. I'm the pregnant man emoji's killer.
There was genuinely a moment where a character appeared on screen. I didn't have any idea in my head. I was just watching the movie, and a character appeared. And JD, before I can even think of anything, I didn't even like have an idea in my head. I didn't even think to make the joke. JD just turns to me and says, "Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it." And I turn to him and I'm like, I just start pointing at him. I don't even think I say representation. I just start pointing at
Yeah,
you.
it's because okay. So what happens is like 3/4 of the way into the movie, a new character just pops up randomly, and it's this IT worker guy, and he's this Asian guy. He's this Asian guy with just glasses, and he pops up out of nowhere, and he's like, "Yo, well, you know, I'm working on the IT stuff." I saw him on the screen, and I was like, "Oh crap, he kind of looks like me." So I turned over to look over at James because I thought
You
when I
two
looked
actually
over
have
at
really similar haircuts right now too.
yeah, exactly. I was like, is that just me? So I turned over to look at James because I was expecting him to have just his finger pointed at me as I was looked over to him, but he was just like
expected a
spaced
joke to
out.
already be there.
You were just spaced out.
I was actually watching the movie.
So I was like, don't do it.
If you didn't say anything, the joke would have never came to be. But I'm so much happier that you did because just every time he appeared on screen from there, I would just start pointing at you in secret and wait for you to turn and see.
Yeah.
I'd
By the way, like,
slowly
the
raise
second-
my arm so it was like hidden in front of me.
Yeah. By the way, but the second I heard him have more than 2 speaking lines, I knew he was the bad guy.
Yeah, the
Much
moment
like
he
that, right?
reappeared after he came out from under the desk and said, "Hey, okay, and there's your Wi-Fi fix."
Yeah, he popped out from the desk. He's like, "All right, fixed up your monitors," and he left off screen for like a couple more lines between the girl and the
In
police
alley.
officer
Yeah, and
receptionist.
it was like really weird too because he was just like, "Hey, don't I
Yeah,
know you?"
and
And
then he
she's
comes
like, "No."
back in and
And
he's
he's
like,
like
"Oh,
kind of
don't I
stares. He's
know
like,
you?
"No, I totally do."
You want to go out for a drink sometime?" And then like as he's leaving the room, she's like, "Why is there no one? Why is there no one here?" And then he turns around and he hits the Jason Statham turnaround and he's like, "Because didn't you hear? They caught the Emoji Man killer."
What were you gonna say? You were about to say something else.
I wasn't.
Uh,
No, I didn't.
yeah, they caught the Emoji Man killer.
Yeah, the pregnant man emoji eyes killer. So I mean, it's kind of not a great title. It
Yeah, they
doesn't roll
should
off the
really
tongue
tighten
very
that up.
well.
They should really tighten that up.
But honestly, I can't wait for a pregnant man emoji eyes killer 2. The return of the turd emoji. So
Hmm. Oh,
return of
you
the
think
turd.
that's what the sequel's gonna be about? Is the it becoming the Turd Man emoji now?
Yeah, where Jay becomes the next killer. No,
Mm.
Jay and Ali becomes the next killers. You know.
I see. I could kind of see that working, but I also absolutely can't.
Oh, it'll work.
You better work.
Yeah. So I guess thoughts about the movie, James? Anything you want to say about it, or
Like I said, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good watch and good movie.
yeah, I
I
had
had
some
a
fun with
great
it.
time with it. Yeah, I had a fun time with it. I had a pretty good time with it. I'd I'd say if there's a sequel, I mean, I really enjoyed the kills in it, to be like
There's
very
no sequel.
specific. They were really well done all around. I don't think there's like I don't think I can think of like a kill in the movie I thought was bad, you know?
Uh, I thought the I thought the taxi guy getting killed was kind of boring
Oh, you mean like
because he was just
it didn't
shot.
happen like it,
Yeah,
well, I
oh,
mean, yeah,
he was
with
just shot by an
the
arrow.
arrow.
That was dead. He like insta
Yeah, I
died
wish
from
we
the
could have
arrow.
seen. I do agree that I wish we could have like seen like him after he got shot, but I do kind of like that he was so just completely blind to their situation at any given moment. He's like, "Ah, young love, so full of love," and then like as they're coming back to the car and they're yelling like, start the car," and he's just like,
He's like, "Why should
"Oh,
I start
young
car?"
love." No, he's like he was still going on like his like little soliloquy. He was like, young love," and then the arrow hit him, and I was like, okay, it's a good bit to cut him off. Just stop him from being able to say anything more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll agree there. I think his kill could have been more, worked upon. But even then, I feel like that being the worst, you know, like
I
I
mean,
don't
I feel
mind
like
that.
it would have been. I feel like I would have liked it more if Jay was actually just a killer.
Oh, you like think Jay as a killer would have made more sense?
No, I think I would have just liked it more
Mm.
because
I
they do go through like this whole section when they're in the police department where they're like trying to paint Jay as like one of the he has like an accomplice to a killer or something to the killer or something. And they're just like
I,
they're like connecting all these dots like, "Oh, you were in these places when the hideout killer was also in them, like committing these crimes." And he's just
the
like,
what the what eye
"Yeah, but I
killer?
travel."
The what eye
After
killer?
that it's just like,
What do you
"Oh,
say?
it was just a
Wait, what did you say?
coincidence."
You didn't say the right thing. What did you say? You said what eye killer?
The killer?
No, you said hard eye. What's hard eye?
What do you mean what's hard eye? What is hard eye? You
Oh,
tell
you said
me.
hard eye. You said hard eye killer. What's that?
Did I? I thought I
Kind of
just said
pregnant man
killer.
emoji killer. No, you said hard eye killer.
I don't remember.
Slipped up. He slipped up, and I got you now, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, well, like he's like they're like connecting all these dots. You're like, "Oh, you were in the same places," and then in the end, it just turned out it was just a coincidence. I just so happened to
Hmm.
be in these places where these murders happened. But yeah, I did like the fact that David was it because
I
representation.
I like that they're like firstly David and Eli being the two guys. We never meet Eli, and I think that's my favorite part of it. It's just
Yeah,
the
Eli is just a
because
random dude.
I love that so much more than if this was somebody that we knew. Because I want more like horror movies that just do that. Like, oh, the reveal of the killer doesn't matter. It's
We see,
just a fucking crazy person.
we see. It doesn't
It's just
just
a fucking
the
murderer.
writers they hate that kind of stuff, James. They hate that kind of stuff where it's just random. It's just random, no setup, no nothing, no
But it's
narrative
so
tie.
good in this one.
Yeah, but they fail to realize that in this terrible slasher movie, all that matters are the kills.
Terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
yeah, yeah.
I'll show you terrible. Fucking shove my fist right through your goddamn face. I'll kill you, motherfucker. I'll kill you.
Sorry.
I'll kill you.
Remembering this
It's
movie is
okay.
making me sicker and sicker as time
That's
goes
because
on.
you're a weak man with a low constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, romance stories just not really for me. Just
I get
kind of
that.
cringe. It does
You
make
don't
me
like
cringe a
playing
lot.
into you don't like playing into Kiri's narrative of us. I understand.
Well, there is nothing between us, James.
That's
This
why I
doesn't
made the
work.
joke of when you. That's why I made the joke when you went. This is a movie for couples. I was like, we aren't beating the allegations, bud.
Oh, is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Kiri's accusations.
I see. Well, James, you might be someone who's okay with shipping real life people together, but I feel like that's a little bit weird. So stop it.
No.
I feel like that's just a little strange. You know?
Hey, I guess you can call me a doctor then. Oh,
What?
I lose you with that one, huh?
No, I didn't.
Really, I really fucking tripped you up, huh? Call me Charles Barkley. Did he play basketball? I actually don't know. I think he did.
Well, outside of James racism, I'd give the movie a 6 out of 10. I
Outside of
think
my
it's better
racism,
than
as you were the
average.
one talking about your like of black people earlier.
Better, better than average. So it's
Hmm.
all right. Mm-hmm. Not like
Hmm.
a rewatch for me though.
No, you wouldn't rewatch it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think the movie, there's a bit too much of the movie that I don't like compared to what I do like about it. So that's going to be a not a rewatch for me.
So what you're saying is that's going to be a no from me, dog?
James, how much do you give it?
I really liked it. I enjoyed it quite a lot. So I would give it a good 8 out of 10. There's a lot of breaks in between stuff that I didn't really care for. I'll say that. I felt
Hmm.
like there was a lot of like moments where like the story kind of felt like it almost stopped.
Right.
But there are so many good moments that I can't like just put the movie off. Like I can't just say like, "Oh, this wasn't fun" or something. Like this was a good time.
Yeah.
And I really hope they make a second one. By the way, this has outperformed
They're
Captain America.
they're not going to make a second one.
uh, I don't know. Again, this outperformed Captain America. JD.
You mean they grossed more than Captain America?
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
It's so their first weekend, they not only outperformed it, but then coming into this weekend, they've also outperformed it even more still. So they've
I'm
been
gonna need a
outperforming
source
it.
on that one.
Are you looking it up? Or
No.
do you want me to get it?
I mean, you can get it if you want to, but
Yeah, okay, I'll get it. Fuck me. I mean, um, I'm trying to look it up.
but yeah, you know, I guess I'll watch Captain America eventually. Whenever one of my other friends or maybe one of my family members want to go watch it, then I guess I'll just have to go along for the ride. Other than that, though, I'm not actually super interested in watching it. Not much of a movie guy, so if I don't think I'd ever watch a movie on my own.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I want to watch this movie, but like, I want to watch it for the podcast specifically. So that's why I asked you to come with me, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
I hope you know that. I really appreciate this, man.
yeah. I'm glad you asked me instead of all your other friends you could have asked.
Um, well, content wise, it made more sense. You know me, I'm a big
Yeah, even though
content
even
head.
though this is way too late for the Valentine's,
It was like
it's
a
past
couple
Valentine's
days
Day
late.
thing. Yeah, but I'm more of a guy like holidays happen on the day rather than the whole month after. I know, James, that you are one of those people who put up Christmas decorations a few months before Christmas and then
Don't put
leave it
that
on
evil
there
on me.
for a
Don't
few
put
months
that evil
after
on me.
Christmas. But for me, Christmas is one day. So,
JD, I don't celebrate Christmas. Why
um,
would I?
okay. What about your birthday, James? You
What
celebrate your
about it?
birthday?
What about it?
I don't know, man. Your family strikes me as the kind to celebrate Christmas. So
We used to. We used to be a proper people.
this neighborhood's changed. It used to be different.
This neighborhood's changed. We gotta watch Ghetto Blaster sometime. We can make that joke so many times because they say it in that movie so much. It's my favorite bit about that movie, just how much they keep saying the fucking words. This neighborhood's changed, you know?
This neighborhood's different. I beat her. Beat her. This
This
neighborhood
neighborhood's
is
not what
different.
you would expect. This neighborhood, it's a bit of a odder kind.
But yeah, I mean, it was kind of a short movie. I appreciate that, actually. The fact that's not
Hmm.
3 hours long. It was like an hour and a half,
Yeah, that was a
which
really
is
nice fact
it was
about
pretty
it, you know?
succinct. Third act, pretty nice. You say story, but the story is basically just what was it? They need to run like a new marketing campaign for this company, and they get caught up with they get targeted by the killer. Yeah, you know,
Yes, and
that's basically it. I couldn't relate to any of the characters because number one, don't have a girlfriend, and number two,
I will say this: no gay people.
I'm not a hot dude in marketing who's got like crazy ripped abs, not meant for
Yeah,
violence
sorry,
or
JD, you
whatever you
can't
said.
relate to us.
Yeah, I can't relate to you guys, James. You people,
Whoa,
you and Jay. I
whoa.
classify you guys in the same category.
You'd say we're kind of one alike. You put
Even
me and
though
Jay
Jay
next to
has a
each other, and you
closer,
can't tell the difference.
even though Jay has a closer name to me than you, yeah,
I don't know, James.
James, Jay, and JD, the new show that we're gonna be coming out with.
I can get in contact with that actor. I'll find out if he wants to do something with us, man.
I don't think
I
he
can
will.
get us in
I
Hard
don't
Eyes
think he
too.
will.
I can get us in Hard Eyes too, JD.
We don't know him, and he doesn't know us.
Are you doing the he don't know you little bro to me right now?
No, I didn't.
Uh-uh.
Anyway, though, yeah, that
Man.
was
Yeah.
basically it for the movie. It was a nice little watch. You should watch it.
Hey, you should. You should go
Give it a
watch it.
try.
Watch it
It's
again.
never hurts to watch this kind of movie. You might like it.
Yeah,
Anything
do
else,
it.
James? Any other news for the week?
Um oh shit. I feel like there was something, you know?
Did you?
Oh yeah, dude, that Until Dawn movie trailer.
Oh yeah, we did see that.
I wanted to,
It's
I've actually
Until
like wanted
Dawn,
to
but it's
talk about
not
this in
really
a
Until Dawn. It's just
yeah, it's the director wanted to capture the vein of Until Dawn. It's the same guy that did the Shazam movies and uh well, he's done horror movies, but I don't know if you know any of the horror movies because you're not a movie guy. But I know we
probably
watched
not.
Shazam together.
If it's not like a mainstream horror movie, I probably won't know it.
Annabelle,
I've heard of it.
the one about the doll,
The
not
one about the
Chucky.
monkey, yeah. The monkey where he
No,
like
that's
claps,
that's
where he
no, that's
drums.
the Aquaman director.
He drum, yeah. James Wan, he starts drumming, and then yeah, when we
that's,
walked into
that's
the movie
that's
theater,
Mr.
James,
Malignant.
when we walked in the movie theater, James saw like that was the general manager, by the way.
Oh,
He
okay.
talked to the general manager who was behind the concession. He's like, "Hey, you guys got that monkey? You guys got that monkey can?" And by the way, the general manager is black, so he just straight up says it to his face.
Whoa. I don't remember what this guy looked like if I'm being honest.
I know what he looked like. He was my general manager, by the way. I worked there. Remember that, James?
That's a crazy fucking thing to say,
I thought he
JD.
left, actually.
I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty fucking wild thing
You know what
to
was
just
crazy?
say.
You walked up to him and you were like, "Yeah, can I have the monkey? What was it? The monkey bin, monkey
No,
bucket?"
I asked, hey, do you guys have the monkey popcorn bucket?
Yeah, and then he looked at you confused and he was like, no." You mean like
No,
this one?
no,
And he points to the
no.
monkey
He was
popcorn
like,
bucket.
"Oh, yeah, this one over here," and he walks to the end,
There
and I'm
was a
like,
monkey.
"Ah,
They actually did have a monkey popcorn
damn."
bucket. It just wasn't the one you wanted.
Yeah, I was like, "Ah, man." Mm.
You did hit it with the oh man.
I did.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
went
was
oh
looking for
man.
the novelty bucket one that's just literally the monkey.
Yeah, you said it to me, but I still don't even know what it looks like. You like
It
described to
looks
me what
like
it
the
is.
monkey.
You said it's
It
just the
looks,
monkey, but I was like,
yeah. No, it's
it's
like
like the
quite
size of a
literally.
popcorn bucket, or
It's the size of a pop. It's a novelty popcorn bucket, but it's like quite literally just the monkey. But like, I think the drum or the monkey head opens up to reveal the popcorn bucket or something.
uh-huh. Yeah, they didn't have it there. So that was pretty sad. You could have
Yeah,
just bought the
made me a
regular
little sad.
popcorn, the monkey popcorn bucket.
I could have, but why?
I don't know. I think it
But
said it was
why
like
though?
$15 or something. I should
Yeah, but I'm
mention
not
that
looking for
I
that.
should mention that the movie theater food was strange. It
Oh, it
tasted
was
strange
not
to
good.
me
It was
because
pretty
I
bad.
think I remember eating pretzel bites there when I worked there before, and it didn't taste like what I ate then. So when I first off, the pretzel bites they're always just a little stale, and so I guess they were sitting out for a little longer than they should have. But I grabbed some, and when I put it in my mouth, like it tasted like it had like a coat of nail polish on it. Like some paint thinner was just on it. And so
Hmm.
like as I was like, that's weird. So I was like tasting it. It was like this really bitter. It tastes like a really bitter coat of something that's on the pretzel bite, but only on the top side, like the glazed side, the one they put the salt on. The bottom of it didn't have it. It was only the top side that had that taste.
You're a
And so
big
I look
glazing
over, I
fan.
turn over to James. I'm like, hey, James, eat some of this. Does this taste weird to you? And
And
he
then I took
eats
a
it and he's
bite
just
and I
like,
started going,
yeah, I'm like, here, grab one. You can, and you can taste it. And so he grabs two of them and he puts them in his mouth. And he goes,
well, hold on, hold
well,
on.
I don't know,
I
it's pretty
grab
good to me.
one. I grab one. It's attached to two.
Well, so you grab two.
No.
No, I didn't. You grabbed two. You said that's just how they always taste. And I was like, all right,
Well, yeah, to be
fair
fair,
enough.
that is how they always taste.
Yeah. It's been a while
They
since
just
I've
always
eaten that. So
like it's I'm never surprised that movie theater pretzels aren't good. That's typically I've genuinely tried to make it a thing that every time I go to a movie theater and I see they have pretzels, I want to know what they're like just so I can know. And they're almost always not good.
they always disappoint you.
They're so disappointing always.
Yeah. And the cheese was
Uh
also kind of weird.
dude,
I think it was
unless
like a
you
spicy cheese or something.
I mean that's also pretty normal, but it's not a good cheese. I agree. It's not a good
It was
cheese.
meant to be like spicy because when I ate
Yeah,
it,
it's like
first off, it tastes bad, but then
yeah.
it also started burning me. And I was like, what the, is this spicy?
It just suddenly
It,
started to burn and
it
I went,
caused me pain. So I was like, man, this is terrible. They couldn't have just put
I was
regular
like
cheese in here. They had to
I was
put,
like ouchie.
yeah, I was like, I touched my lips like, ooh, ooh.
You're like, oh,
Yeah,
my weak
really ruined the,
constitution, it can't take it.
maybe next time I just grab like a bag of candy or something.
Maybe.
I don't think the food. Oh, by the way, that pizza that you got was abhorrent too. It
Yeah, it was
tasted
not
almost like
great.
it tasted like slightly less bitter than the pretzel bites.
Hey, I'll say this.
It was
Better than the last time we got pizza there.
it wasn't just like that normal sour taste you get with tomato paste or tomato sauce in pizzas, like a very slight sour. It's like super sour to the point where it's like bitter. It almost tastes it's
Yeah,
like
it
it was like a
wasn't
mix
good.
between bitter and sour.
It was not great.
Yeah. The only thing I liked about it was that it was thin crusted and it was crunchy, which, crunchy pizza. Never thought I would like it, but it's kind of good. The texture, at least. The taste was terrible, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like me eating a
Um
big cracker on a. That was how crunchy it was, though, right, James?
yes.
It was like flaking all over, like it was flaking all over me while I was eating it. So I had to get up and dust myself off. Yeah, but anyway,
I
that Until Dawn thing, I you know, I'm sad that they didn't. I don't think they got any of the original main character actors in there,
no, just Peter Stormare.
but they did get that. Yeah, they did get that therapist guy in there who
Not to
shows up
play
in a
the
lot of their
therapist, by the
games.
way.
No, it's not the therapist.
To play a gas station attendant.
Yeah, but I recognize that dude. He's in a lot of their games.
Oh, I
Maybe he
think
was
he's
just in
in.
one of the
I think
games.
he's only in Until Dawn, and then it's like a different guy for the other games.
It might have been, yeah. Yeah, but he's pretty recognizable. So
Yeah, I like him. I was happy that he was coming back, but man, dude, I wish it was like actually for a Until Dawn movie, because the cast of Until Dawn are literally all actors. It's
yeah,
not like they're video game people. They're all actual actors that they got for the game.
yeah,
Like that's
they were
Rami
actors.
Malek as Josh.
Yeah, they got actors.
Uh,
They got Freddie Mercury for Josh. They got.
mhm.
I don't recognize the other actors.
I'd tell you, but it wouldn't help. You wouldn't know.
Yeah, you'd
You
be like, "Oh,
genuinely would
did
not
you
know.
hear that one? That guy was from Vanquished," and I was like, "I have no idea what the
I
hell are you
was
talking
literally
about."
I was literally gonna go on a tangent about one of them being like, oh yeah, this guy's in a lot of really good stuff, but I feel like he's always like a bit part of, I was about to do that, but I was like, no, he wouldn't know what I'm talking about. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, so they're all like new actors,
He doesn't
and the
understand.
plot is different. And they do the thing
Hmm.
where James, I don't think James like it, but they just basically tell the whole movie in the trailer.
No, I like it. In this sense because I think there's still so much of the movie we haven't seen. There's a YouTuber named Dead Meat. He does these videos called kill counts for horror movies.
I've heard of them, yeah.
James A. Janice, and he was doing. I watched his reaction to the
Oh,
trailer.
James.
Yeah, James. We're kind of brothers.
Oh
He knows me, little bro.
yeah, does he kind of look like you?
No,
Damn.
he looks like my other brothers actually more. Uh, but he did a reaction and he was literally going on like a thing about like because he's played Until Dawn for like the channel and stuff, and so he knows the
Mhm.
game as well. And he's like, "Oh, so they're not doing the actual game; they're just using the name." And then I think what me and him kind of came to a similar like kind of mindset about it. Because before I watched his video and I saw the trailer, I was like, I kind of don't like it, but then I'm kind of more forgiving because I'm like, well, no, this isn't the Until Dawn game. It's just a game within that kind of world, like
It's just
of this
yeah, it's
series
the
that
Until
built in
Dawn
the game.
multiverse, man. You gotta.
Right. It's the multiverse.
And in
But
this universe, they're experiencing like a time dilation. They're stuck in a time loop.
yeah, they're in a time loop where every time they do like a round, essentially, like a thing in the game,
Yeah, it's a time
they
loop
get
where
reset.
it's a time loop where like every night they get killed by like a bunch of murderers or ghosts or zombies or something. Something will kill them and it'll reset them. And it'll reset them back. Like I don't remember the time.
Yeah,
To the
to
beginning of the
like
day, maybe
I don't know, the morning or some shit.
to the dawn, and then they.
Shut,
That was my favorite part of the trailer, by the way, was when
when
the
they
guy
said
went,
it.
yeah, when the guy went, we just have to last until dawn, and then
Dawn.
title drop and then big musical sting.
It's literally the fucking Evil Within 2 joke about them saying, "Hey man, careful, there's evil out there." Well, oh yeah? Well, there's evil within here
Yeah, and then I made that joke
too.
even better when I turned to James and I went, wait, say that again. I don't know why James
And
absolutely hates that.
I
It's
don't
the
know.
funniest. It's the funniest joke I've ever heard.
I don't know if you even heard me when I said it back to you, but I was like, "What you did out there? It was until dawn." I don't know if you even heard me say it to you.
I think I did hear that. I did hear that. What you did out there? It was until dawn.
Oh man, but
Yeah, so
I don't know.
yeah, and then also the thing is that they can only die like 13 times or something. 13 they
Well,
have
it's like
13
the
days.
most anyone has ever survived in like from the previous people who've been there. Like the most they could like physically go is 13 days.
Yeah, so they're
Say,
just like, yeah, we got
yeah, well,
13
how many
days.
deaths do you have in you?
And they got to put like a time limit on it because otherwise, I'm just saying if it was me, I could take them.
Just saying, I'm built different.
Just saying, I could die probably like 13 times, more than 13 times in a row
Just
horrendously.
saying, I'm not a bitch.
I,
I wouldn't go out like that.
I'm built a little
This is
different.
me. This is me.
I wouldn't let him do to me like that. But so yeah, so they're like, yeah, we got 13 days until dawn. And
It's so stupid, the name.
I love when they do that stuff.
The
in,
name's so built into it.
that's
It's
my
so
favorite.
bad.
That's my favorite cliched movies is when they just say the title.
I mean, I wouldn't normally mind it if it wasn't so poorly done.
The more poorly done it is, the better I like it. Because it makes me it makes the movie more memorable to me, you know? So I just don't like if a movie is just boring, you just forget about it, right? But if it's like bad, then you'll remember it and
Mhm.
it's gonna be funny, you know? Like any
I
movie
know
that
this.
Jason Statham's been in.
Oi, bruv.
Oi, bruv, I'm cranked. That's what he says during
Oi,
the first
bruv.
movie.
15 minutes. Whatever
Bruv,
he says.
I've cranked on Tuesday.
On Tuesday, in it, I've cranked, bruv.
Ugh.
Man. But yeah, I think it'll be an okay thing. Yeah.
Yeah, are you excited for the Until Dawn movie?
I'm hoping to be. Uh, I want it to be good. Like
I'm
I
more
don't
excited for
want this to
Monkey.
fail. Monkey looks genuinely good and
Was
fun.
that actually the name? It was called Monkey,
Yeah, the
right?
monkey. The
The
monkey.
Monkey.
Uh, it looks so ridiculous but fun, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I can't wait to hear the main character in the monkey go no wait because he does that every single he did that twice in the
He's done it
trailer
so many
before
times.
someone's died. So I thought that was just I just hope he does that every single time the monkey's about to like kill someone.
And I did make the joke to you because this is a running joke of where I will turn to JD and go, you know, it's a really good actor. This is just isn't a good performance. I I don't think I've seen him do a good perform. I take it back. He was in Castlevania, the anime, and he was really good in that. But I don't think I've ever seen him do a physical performance really well.
Uh-huh.
I think that might be the only performance of his I've seen that I didn't think was like bad. But
No,
yeah.
wait. Ugh.
Oh my
It's because
god.
the way he delivers it, it's so funny. No, wait. And sometimes sometimes it takes him a while to deliver it. And the person, I love how every person who he says that to just completely ignores him. So
I
like,
was
there was this section where the girl's on the diving board, right? And he
right.
goes, and he sees like she's about to die or something, and he goes, no, wait, for like 2 seconds, and she just in the background, she just like steps up to the diving board and then dives in as he's saying it. Doesn't even look
He
at
like
him. He just,
I
she
think he
just
says it after she's already like about the like she's on the diving board jumping about to
well,
go
she's
in and
on
he
the diving
readies
board
over.
and she's going to. The funny thing is, she doesn't even look at him or anything. Just completely ignores him. It was the funniest thing ever. Yeah, yeah. Some girl gets like a real estate agent. She gets shotgun in the face. Does she get shotgun in the face? Something
She
blows up,
does.
right?
No, she gets shotgun in the face.
Okay.
I there's a lot of deaths that we see in the trailer, and I feel so happy knowing that that's not even like an ounce apparently of what we're gonna get in the movie
I'm
itself.
excited for that. If they're
It's
gonna just
apparently just
kill
gonna
like
be
a
a very
ton of
big kill
people,
fest.
they have
Well,
like a
yeah, because you know
huge
it's the
cast. You
monkey
don't know
that kills
anybody.
and
Their
whatnot.
only purpose there is to die. It's my favorite.
I can't wait.
Hmm.
I really hope uh you know I hope it's a good movie. Like I don't want it to be bad, you know?
I want it to be a really bad movie.
Okay, well you're just a fucking
I
asshole,
want it
so
to
that's
be a really bad movie, just so it's just even better. Because if it's like a decent movie, I probably won't remember it that well. But if it's like a terrible movie, oh yeah, now we're cooking with gasoline, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, James.
I'm
I
excited
know
for it.
you want every movie commentary track we do to be like the Bumblebee movie, but you know, it's kind of boring.
It's so great
When
that,
you
the
can't
Bumblebee
when you
movie
can't
turned out as
rant
bad as
about
it is,
every
like
single horrendous thing that
product.
happens in the movie, like like the Michael Bay Transformer movies, it's just
Mhm.
not fun.
I'm sorry. Okay,
All right.
I'm not a perfect man.
When Sam Witwicky's up on the board, he goes like that. That was funny.
Yeah,
He goes,
we're not always gonna get
he goes when the E squared
him
divided by
flipping over a table.
the that was funny, dude.
We're not gonna get the Sam Witwicky crash outs.
Yeah.
The many
The
times
Sam
he does them.
Witwicky turnaround monologues at his friend says, "You wanted to be in the shit, well, we're in the shit right now."
Sam Witwicky putting his problems onto everybody else and screaming about it.
Yeah. And Sam Witwicky's parents are taking a was it vacation in France or something?
Dude, I don't think anybody was like, man, I really need to know where Sam Witwicky's parents are right now.
Yeah. But the fact that they
Yeah,
still put a scene in there for them is just, it's above and beyond,
no,
you know?
because we get that scene with them, and then we get the scene of the dad being like, Sam, no, we're not gonna do this. Sam's like, Dad, you don't understand the shit I'm in.
Like, would you rather Optimus Prime be just like this regular goody two shoes role model soldier dude, or do you want him to be like this psycho that goes, I want your face, and then rips off of faces, and he goes, junkyard scrap.
Here's what I'll say. I want that just so I can always point at it and say, never do this.
Or he goes, I'm gonna kill you. I'll kill you all. While he's aiming his gun at like just people, humans.
just, dude, it's so amazing how Michael Bay
that's good
killed
shit,
the
dude.
character.
That's cinema.
Michael Bay nearly killed the entire character that is Optimus Prime with that one performance. It's so crazy.
Because that's the Optimus Prime I remember.
It's because that's the only one you knew before.
I never watched any other Transformers stuff.
That's what I mean by like he was so close to just killing the complete perception. Which I'm going to be honest, it still hasn't really fixed a lot of the problems that have been caused from it.
Yeah, and especially when when the one guy
incels really latch onto it.
I forgot his name, like Sentinel or something.
Jason Bateman hyper edits out of him.
Yeah, when Sentinel's like, you know what, I think I changed. Yeah, when he's like, oh, I think I changed my mind. I'm a good guy. And he just blasted like in the face, killed.
No, Optimus.
No, Optimus, don't. He goes, no, wait.
So many war crimes. And it's like, here's my favorite thing is like when people are like, hey, it's really fucked that Optimus commits war crimes. People are like, that's kind of realistic to soldiers. And it's just like the defense of that is, why would we want that then? Why do we want to promote that idea?
There's no defense. There's simply a statement. I like that, and let's do that more.
That's a kind of hard line. That's a pretty hard line you just said there, JD. There is no defense. It's just a statement.
I'm not defending anything. I'm just simply stating I like that shit and do more of it. And now you can't argue with me. There is no argument here.
You're right. Hey, man, bulletproof.
I need more of Optimus Prime going, I'll kill you or kill you all.
Give me your
not
face.
Talking about Decepticons. Give me your face.
All around banger, all time.
You want a piece of me? No, I want two.
Yes. Okay. Another irreparable damage. Megatron being fucking like a weird sadistic murderer. Instead of like, like the kind of questionable leader of an army, they made Megatron into maybe just as much of a psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, have I ever told you about the original concept that they had for Megatron? That he was a cannibal.
He was a cannibal? That's
yeah,
badass.
And that's the reason he tore Jazz in half was to drink his energon and eat his spark out. Yeah, it was so.
That was so cool. That's awesome.
I'm so glad there's a fucking person in the room.
Shit, dude. I really
turned to
wish...
Michael Bay and said, "Hey, man.
Oh my god.
You gotta know when to not do this."
I
shit.
really wish that dude didn't exist. I really would have liked it if Megatron in the movie just tore Jazz in half and just started like fucking slurping on his guts. He put that fucking recyclable straw. No, he put that fucking like personal straw into Jazz's like head and just goes, Energon. Shame on that guy for stifling creativity. But I mean, there's still a chance they could always just reboot the Transformers series again and make him a cannibal.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So you're saying that you promote cannibalism and you want to see more of that on screen? That's disgusting.
Yes.
Yes. All right, well, James, I think that's enough time
Hell yeah, man.
for now
I
because
gotta go make dinner anyways.
yeah, you do that. You do that. And think about all
Yeah,
those
I will.
amazing moments the Michael Bay Transformers had. So,
I won't.
if you guys enjoyed, you should subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon to get notified of when these episodes drop, and they drop every Sunday. Sunday is today, so I have to go and get
Another late
that
upload from
sorted out.
JD.
If you like James, his links are in the description. He streams on Twitch way more often than I do. And James, that's it for me. Bring us out.
Yabba Gooby. No, so it's really cool. They just introduced this new